Hi guys, this is Regine, and today we are going to be working on some word problems. So to begin, let me have my whiteboard up. I'm going to just type in this word problem. All right, so it says Molly runs 2.25 miles 5 times a week. How many miles does she run total? All right, so if we have a problem like this, one way we can think about it, okay, we're not just looking for keywords that are going to help us know if we're adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing. We're really going to try to break down the problem and understand what is happening. So it says that she runs 2.25 miles 5 times a week. So I do notice that word time. That does make me think something, but let me see how else I can understand it. And then I want to find out how many miles she is running total. All right, so let me just imagine. So let's say maybe Molly wakes up on Monday and she runs 2.25 miles. And then she gets up on Tuesday and another 2.25 miles. And she repeats that on Wednesday. It's really hard to write on this. And again on Thursday. And on Friday. So, and I want to find out how many miles does she run total. So I can see here that perhaps I could add 2.25 plus 2.25 plus 2.25 plus 2.25 plus 2.25. But that word 5 times really did help me. I mean, I could do that, but maybe I can just multiply just to go a little quicker. So we can just use traditional algorithm here. So we have 5 times 5 is 25. You put the 5 down, regroup the 2. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. I know a lot of students are very confused with this decimal point when they see it and they think it's a big thing. Like, I can't work with it. You actually can, because it is, just ignore it, actually, to the very end. So we will ignore it for now. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1 is 11. And as far as the decimal point, the way it works is you look at your original problem. Here we have 2 digits behind the decimal point in our original problem. So your answer also needs to have 2 digits behind the decimal point. So in a week, Molly runs 11.25 miles. All right, let's try another one. Mom has 1 gallon of milk. She gives 2 cups to Sarah, Dad, and 2 cups to Chris. How many cups are left? All right, so, and one thing you need to learn, and you'll start learning, I believe, in 4th grade, is the big G. Well, this is the easiest way to remember this. So if you draw that big G, this big G represents a gallon. And in this gallon, 1 gallon is made up of 4 quarts. So this representation just helps you remember it better. So it's made up of 4 quarts. And our quarts are, each of them are made up of 2 pints. So 1 quart equals 2 pints. And each of our pints has 2 cups in it. So you can count and see how many cups is in our big gallon. And you can always pause this video and try to do it on your own and come back and check to see if you got it. While I'm writing these, you could be working on it. All right, so now using our representation here. All right, so it says that this is her gallon. So she has 16 cups in this gallon and she gives 2 cups to Sarah. So this is gone. This went to Sarah. 2 cups to Dad. And 2 cups to Chris. So in our big gallon, we had 16 cups. She gave away 6 cups. So now Mom has 10 cups left. All right, so that was not so bad. As long as you know how to do your big G, you're able to solve this problem. All right, so here's another one. Mario drinks 7 glasses of water each day. Each glass holds 250 milliliter. How many liters of water does he drink each day? So we have 2 things going on with this problem. Oh, and there's a spelling error. So the first thing is we have Mario drinks 7 glasses of water each day. And each glass holds 250 milliliters. So let's see, we have 7 glasses. We have 250 milliliters. So we can draw a representation again. So we have 1 glass. Let me actually do it. It's easier to write sideways. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, you can pause the video and try it on your own first and then come back and check. So, but I do want to draw my representation so I can understand exactly what's going on. So all of these glasses have 250 milliliters of water. So we know this because it says each glass has 250 milliliters, but we actually need to find how many liters of water. So there's a little conversion happening here. So the first thing we will do is very similar to what we did for the first problem we had. So we can add 257 times, or we can do 250 times 7, which is the easiest way to go. So we have 0 times 7 is 0, 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 3 is 17. So we got 1,750 milliliters of water. All right, but there's a little saying that we need to remember to help us. When I was in school, I learned it this way. I think King Henry dyed, this is your base, drinking chocolate milk. And there are a lot of little sayings that will help you. But our base here is our liter. That's what we want to change it to. And we're right now at milliliter. And we're changing it to liter. So milliliters are really tiny units. They're like little droplets, tiny, tiny units. Liter will be maybe sort of like the medium-sized soda bottles. So they're a bigger unit. So we're going from a small unit to a big unit. And we're dividing when we do that. When we go from a small unit to a bigger unit, we divide. And with the metric system, the easiest way to think about the metric system is you count how many spaces you're moving. So you're moving 1, 2, 3 spaces. Well, this corresponds to 10. If we move 1 space is 10. If we move 2 spaces, it's 100. And if we move 3 spaces, it's 1,000. So we are going to divide by 1,000. So it is 1,750 milliliter divided by 1,000. And the easiest way to divide a number by a multiple of 10 is to really just move the decimal point. I have other videos on that you can check out, but we have a decimal point at the end of every number. So we're just moving it. In fact, let me change color so you can see this happening. So imagine that there's a decimal point at the end of this number. We're moving it 1, 2, 3. So now it's 1.75. We don't really need that 0 at the end. If it was a chemistry class and they wanted you to have, certain number of significant digit, then you would, but for this, we don't need it. So we can just say it is 1.75 liters. All right, we have one last one. Frank's fishing pole measures 1 yard, 1 foot, 6 inches. How many inches long is the pole? So we have a fishing pole. Okay, it's 1 yard, 1 foot, and 6 inches. And they want the answer all in inches. So this is simply a conversion problem. So we will not be, well, we actually will be doing maybe some multiplication and division, but just for the purpose of converting. So it's very important that you know the rules for your units. So we have 1 yard. Oh, and we want it in inches. So let's keep that in mind. What are we looking for? We want in inches. You may know that 1 yard equals 3 feet. But 1 yard also equals 36 inches. That would just be a really good fact for you to memorize. Again, you can pause this video and try it on your own and come back and let us check to see if you got it right. All right, so 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. So since they want the answer in inches, we will just use those conversion. And fortunately, actually, we didn't have to really multiply or anything like that because we just had to know the rules. If it was maybe 2 feet or something like that, then we would have had to multiply. But we just have the 1 yard, which is 36 inches. And we have the 1 foot, which is 12 inches. And there was also a little 6 inches, which is half of a foot. And we can just add those together. 6 plus 2 is 8, plus 6 is 14. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So Frank's pole is 54 inches. All right, so that is all for this video, but today we just focused on how to solve word problems, especially word problems that deal with conversion. So I hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.